Dude, why is why is Sonic not suing him, bro? That's literally Shadow. Hey everybody, we're gonna be watching a video about Palworld, and now Nintendo is suing them. Woohoo! So fun. Oh god.
You know, I assume that with Palworld's success, it would be safe from legal repercussions. Even when Nintendo came out with the boring PR speak when the game came out, did they really have anything they could do? For a brief moment, it felt like we were on the verge of a new era for the genre. But now it seems Nintendo is throwing a wrench in the system by suing Pocket Pair, the creators of Palworld. And here's the kicker. It's not about copyright infringement, it's about patent infringement. And this just in, we have news that Nintendo has shut down the Nintendo Switch emulator Ryujinx. One of its developers, Ryker, announced the news on its Discord.
Dude, can I just be honest? Nintendo's so freaking stupid, bro. They're always shutting down emulators for games they don't even make money on. They don't have them anymore. They don't sell them anymore. They just own the property that they don't use anymore. It's so annoying.
Server today, saying that lead developer GDK-chan was contacted by Nintendo and offered an agreement to stop working on the project. So during the making of this video, yes, we got the news that Nintendo not only shut down one, but two completely legal emulators.
A bullshit?
Literally.
A bullshit?
Patents give companies exclusive rights to specific inventions or processes, and this can actually include video game mechanics. The intention is to encourage innovation, preventing others from simply replicating a successful game.
If we want to talk about innovation, let's talk about how Dragon Quest... Well, sorry, let me reword this. Pokemon literally copied almost one-from-one Dragon Quest, but no one really knows what Dragon Quest is unless you're old. I didn't even know what it was until this Palworld stuff came out, and like, you know, they started doing the comparisons, and then someone brought up Dragon Quest. And I'm not going off just their word. Like, I've seen the pictures, like I've seen the graph, like it's bad. But the point is, like, Palworld, at least, like, I know there are pals and like quite a few that have similarities, but to me it's nowhere near as similar as Pokemon is to Dragon Quest. Like Ghastly, there's something in Dragon Quest, it looks one for one, bro. I'm like, how the hell did they get away with this back in the day? Oh yeah, it's because Dragon Quest isn't owned by Nintendo, so they don't sue you for every single thing. Honestly, Nintendo should have probably gotten sued for that, but Nintendo suing Palworld is kind of ridiculous. Like, it's like, okay, so we can't have monster games then?
However, a patent can't be too vague, like just jumping. It has to detail a specific mechanic, like for example, the corkscrew loops from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Namco even patented a mechanic where you'd be able to play mini-games during loading screens, which nowadays is becoming less relevant with high-speed SSDs. But just imagine how many games could have benefited from something like this. The first game I saw
like back in 2012, where everything had like the slowest loading screen ever.
Something like this was Splatoon 1, where you'd be able to play minigames on the gamepad when the match was loading. But of course, they had the excuse that it was technically on the gamepad and not the TV. And more recently, Nintendo themselves actually might have patented the mechanic of aiming a capturing item at a character with the analog stick. I for one find this to be very ballsy of Nintendo to do, when Pokemon wasn't really the origin of many of these ideas to begin with. You have series that came out before like Dragon Quest Monsters.
Guys, remember when we were playing Temtem on stream? Dude, does that, like that other, it's kind of like Pokemon? Is that why they don't have Pokeballs? They have cards that you catch them with? Oh no, bro, it's that bad. It's cooked.
Or the Megami Tensei series. So who really copied who? The answer is nobody. It's crazy how we went from Nintendo getting sued by Universal over Donkey Kong supposedly infringing on King Kong, and Nintendo ended up winning that lawsuit.
But, well, they did though. Like, if that was Nintendo suing someone else, Nintendo would have won that, because like they are the same character basically. It's just Nintendo is the kid, like has the kids friendly Donkey Kong version of King Kong. He even says I am King Kong, I'm pretty sure, in some, like in either some forms of like entertainment. Sorry, the entertainment includes games, like non-games, like movies and shows, like animated shows and movies.
Nintendo teaming up with Universal to not only make a movie, but an entire 4 theme parks. Now, when Nintendo claims that Palworld infringes on multiple patent rights, I believe them, and it worries me for Pocket Pair. There was recently speculation that Palworld might shift to a free-to-play model, but they decided to keep it as a buy-to-play experience because, well, that's what their fans wanted. They truly
Yeah, no, I would keep the buy to play because if you're going to go free to play, then all those expansions are going to have to cost like 30, 40 bucks, something like that, because they just add too much in the game, like, to keep up, the servers and stuff, and obviously to keep their company afloat. But no, if Nintendo wins this, I'm going to be so upset because Palworld is actually like one of the few really good games that's come out. Well, I shouldn't say few. Actually, we've been getting a lot of good games lately. But point is, like, it's one of those top. You know what I'm saying? And I know everyone's gonna say, but it's just Pokemon. Ugh. It's like, no, it's not. Like, yes, it's a monster collecting game, but if you've actually played it, there's way more than that. Also, like, name one Pokemon game besides the pixel Pokemon games. Like, those look good because of the way their pixel art. But, like, besides those, like, the ones that are actually 3D animated, like all the new ones, tell me one that looks better than Palworld, bro. You can't. I think Palworld on low setting actually might look better than those games.
Value their community just like I do with mine. Even when Palworld faced a dip in player numbers, they acknowledge that pushing gamers to keep grinding a game is unhealthy for everyone involved. Bro,
why does this guy look like Deku from fucking My Hero? But also, can we talk about how this guy... Wait, was it right here? Dude, why is Sonic not suing him, bro? That's literally Shadow. Okay, anyways.
Alike. And in response to Nintendo's lawsuit, they said it was unfortunate that this would distract from game development, but they promised to fight for their fans and indie game developers everywhere. Can you not get any more relatable than that? But here's the real kicker. They don't have any idea what specific patents they are accused of infringing. This brings up a massive gray area where there are so many similarities to Pokemon and Palworld that nearly any mechanic could be in question. So this all raises an alarming question. Just how many mechanics does Nintendo own? Digging in, I was surprised.
I'm gonna tell you a lot.
It could be something as fundamental as the storage box system. Hell, they've even patented flying around on creatures.
Like, look how dog water that game looks.
Meaning that even the sky might be off limits. Nintendo's lawyers are notorious for their effectiveness, with an almost perfect track record in legal battles. Yeah, you really don't want to mess with the Nintendo ninjas. They've already went after me. So whatever Nintendo has now, they might have been strategically holding back since the game came out. But this also signals something crucial. Nintendo is scared. They realize the potential of their competitors and even their fans. And that's why...
Yeah, they're just trying to I'm sure they're just trying to get rid of Like, I'm sure their lawyers have been looking through stuff, and this was like the last option. Like, okay, we have nothing else except these mechanic patents, and we need to use them before this company gets bigger, and we can't, like, do anything about it. Because Nintendo doesn't want to, go through the extra work of making a game better.
They're reacting so strongly. Their lawsuit seeks not only an injunction, but compensation for damages. Which begs the question, what damages? Yeah, the only real damage I see is the harm Pokemon is inflicting on itself. It's easy—
No, you know what the damages are? The fact that they're making them look bad. They did some emotional damage, and they technically did PR damage because, their game looks so much better in comparison.
To be the best when you crush the competition with a hammer. I mean, what's next? Are Nintendo and Konami gonna team up and lock down on the term Metroidvania with legal action? This conflict represents the ongoing struggle between small indie studios and massive corporations. Hell, you're not even safe when you post a fan game online for free. If Nintendo wins, this could majorly stifle creativity across the entire gaming industry.
Oh, trust me, Nintendo already does that.
With so many games inspired by Nintendo properties, are they all at risk? The chaos that could ensue if Nintendo prevails in this lawsuit is unimaginable. To oppose Palworld is now to oppose the very spirit of innovation in gaming. And this timing couldn't be worse for Nintendo, especially as the gaming landscape shifts. While PlayStation seems disconnected from its fanbase, launching a downgrade for $700, and Xbox is over here struggling to maintain its identity, Nintendo appeared to be the last bastion of hope. But their recent actions re-releasing old games at higher prices with no upgrades, poor online support, and their hostility towards modders and fan games have left many fans disheartened enough already. I remember back in the day when Iwata once halved his salary to prevent layoffs at Nintendo. I don't know much about Furukawa, and you likely don't either. Maybe he's a good guy, but I think it's clearly a far cry from how close many of us felt to Nintendo's higher-ups back then, with the most ridiculous and memorable Nintendo Directs of all time. I just think that these leaders mostly maintain a company that was already on the uptick after the Wii U, and there's barely any charm left from those days when Nintendo had to try hard to get themselves out of the gutter, and they're sure starting to issue even more legal takedowns now. So as we move forward, remember that these companies should ultimately be fighting for your money. Research where you buy a game, don't rely solely on some big channel who got a game for free. By the way,
Facts.
check out my Echoes of Wisdom review if you're interested.
That's so funny, bro. Bro just threw him out. Well, there you go, guys. That's what's going on with Nintendo and Pocket Pair. I'll be real, guys. If Nintendo wins this, it's pretty bad. Like, this is just going to show that all companies can just get away with copywriting everything and doing whatever they want. And that's not good. Some of you may think that's good, but it's really not good. Also, remember to comment below and give me any, opinions you guys have about this whole situation. And what do you guys think? Should Nintendo get away with this? Should copywriting be okay, like, to this level? I honestly, personally don't think so, but maybe you guys have different opinions. Do you guys want Palworld to win? Do you guys want Nintendo to win? Anyways, guys, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and see you guys next time. Peace.